This is what 2 years of Genshin Impact looks like. Hello all you amazing people, and remember you're always amazing because you clicked on a small YouTuber's video. Currently we're at 809 subscribers, thank you guys so much. And in today's video, I've been playing Genshin Impact for 2 years. I'm a fairly small spender, so we're gonna see what my account looks like after, well, 2 years. I tried to recreate my team like when I first started this game. Zhongli was my first limited 5-star, and I lost 50-50 to Jean first. So let's check her constellations, and I guess we'll check the other characters' constellations. So she's not using any weapon, but I did use the PS4 sword on her, and it's been at level 60 ever since I stopped using her. And I'm really tempted to build her because she was my first 5-star, and I feel like, you know, building Jean would be nice. I do only have her at C1, however, so it's kind of like C2's right there, and it would be really fun to use her at C2. I also learned that you could level up talents when I got Jean, or a little bit after I got Jean. I was like, man, my damage is just so low, and I never knew that you could level these things up. I never saw it in a YouTube tutorial. I just saw the talents, and I was like, all right, that's what they're supposed to do, because on PS4, I believe that it was just not obvious that it was over here, so I was just looking at the skills, and I was like, all right, yeah, that's what they do. So she's been at level 60 ever since I stopped playing. I believe that should be AR 40. So then we got Zhongli, and he became my main DPS for a while. I was using crit rate and geo damage bonus on here. Actually, no, I was using 4-piece gladiator for a while. So using 4-piece gladiator on Zhongli, doing a lot of damage. Yeah, that's why this is crowned and this isn't. I want to go back and crown this, but I just don't want to farm anymore because I'm already so swamped with characters that I need to farm for right now. I used to be annoyed that Zhongli's shield didn't last that long, so I just set out on a mission to just get this thing to level 10. I got this to level 10, and then I got this to level 10 afterwards. The jump from like this being like level 4, I believe, to level 10 was just, I never died, because keep in mind, I wasn't running triple HP Zhongli. I didn't have 38,000 HP. I think I was running Staff of Homa on him also, because I pulled Staff of Homa and not Hu Tao, because I was just like, I don't really care about Hu Tao. Zhongli is my boy. So yeah, Zhongli was my first limited 5-star. Now, I don't know what I did with these first two ones. I'm just assuming that I had Amber on here, probably, because I remember using her for a while. So here we have Diluc. Diluc, I believe, is at C4. So then the next 5-star that I pulled was Diluc, and I pulled him many a times after that. He is my most... I hate Diluc so much. I don't want to build him. But yeah, we can see I have his talents leveled up. I was just so underwhelmed with him. This, seriously, I do not understand. Like, him with Wolf's Greystone changes him so much. It has to. Because his damage, even when I was playing... This isn't the right set, you know, but even when I was playing with him, I think I was using Gladiator, which shouldn't be that bad of a set on him. It's just not, you know, as good as Crimson Witch. I was using Gladiator on him, and he just was not dealing good damage. He still won't deal good damage. I feel like the 5-star weapon, he has to have a 5-star weapon. I feel like that's a guarantee. He has to have it, otherwise it's gonna be bad. Because the prototype Archaic, the only reason I leveled this thing up is for the extra damage for Diluc. However, he just proved so useless that I just stuck with my main DPS Zhongli. A little bit after, I lost 50-50 to Keqing. Keqing's been sat here unleveled 50 out of 60 for a while. She's probably never going to get leveled. I just don't really see a point in it. She has a couple levels just because I was like, I want to build every 5-star, and that quickly turned into, I'm never going to be able to build every 5-star. So yeah, that's where we ended up after that. And then we get to Xiao. This was the one that I lost 50-50 on, right? So I lost 50-50 to Keqing, and it was on Xiao's banner. Xiao is a weird character for me. I like him, but I don't like him. I want Primordial Jade Wing Sphere. I want that. I need it, because he does not do good enough damage to compete with my other DPSs at this point. He was just a really bad character for me at the time, because my Zhongli was built for DPS, right? He was completely built for DPS. So, when pairing him with Xiao, I was just like, Xiao just dies a lot, because my Zhongli, he didn't have as much HP. He didn't have 38,000 HP. He probably had like 26,000 or something like that. 20-ish thousand HP. So he didn't have that much HP. So Xiao would just always die because Xiao's burst is so long, being, I believe, 15 seconds. Yes, it's 15 seconds. That's so long. So 15 seconds of Zhongli shield, 23,000 HP, that's not going to save me. Even as a level 10, that doesn't save you. Maybe nowadays it would work better, but I just, in Spiral Abyss, he always died, and I just ended up not using him that often. So my next 5-star is Venti. Venti is amazing if he's against small enemies. I slowly just not used him at all. Like, the chances of me using Venti in Spiral Abyss nowadays is just almost minuscule. Like, even at a level 8 burst, he's level 80 out of 80. Like, I mean, he's not built badly by any means. I mean, he's got elemental mastery there. Artifacts, I've taken away from him because I just don't use him, right? So I don't have a need to, you know, keep his artifacts super high. So he has a lot of weird artifacts on him. So right now, he's not built. When I got him, I used him a lot, but I just stopped using him afterwards. Like, it's just, once I started getting more main DPSs that just did the damage that they needed to do and crowd controlled by themselves. So the next 5-star that I pulled, it would be Eula. I pulled Eula just because I was like, everybody loved her. She had a free-to-play weapon that was pretty good. And, you know, it seemed pretty good. She seemed pretty good at the time because I was seeing everybody, you know, hit millions of damage with her burst. And I was like, all right, this is amazing. I've slowly grown to be like, she's good. Just, I don't have the time or resources to build her. Because, well, I mean, this could definitely get improved. Because, I mean, if you do this, you can see damage per stat goes up, and then you have the base damage that goes up. It's going to go up a lot from level 6 to level 9. But I do have her normal attacks at level 9. She does pretty decent damage with them. And, I mean, she's just... The reason... So, there's a reason. I took a break during Genshin Impact after Eula came out. I was like, this hurts to play. The artifacts were just so bad. I think it took me like over like 5 weeks to get the most basic of artifacts on her. Like, it was so bad. I got so badly lucky on the artifacts. Like, my artifacts are so bad on her. I mean, this is really bad. This is really bad, but it is on set. But I mean, like, I think it was like I couldn't even get a good flower for the Pale Flame. I don't even think I could get a good flower. The feathers, I got incredible Pale Flame feathers. Like, I just look at these. Those were amazing. And then this one's a subpar one. Like, I wouldn't even call this like good, because like you look at it and it's like, oh, 1 crit damage roll and 1 crit rate roll. Yeah, great. It's amazing. Yeah, no, compared to my other artifacts, I mean, look at this one. It's just you just go over here and you're like, oh wow, look at all those artifacts. It would be amazing. Yeah, but no, she's so badly built because I got such bad luck on her. And I mean, if I ever do get, I really want her signature weapon. Her signature weapon would be really nice to have. So let's get into Inazuma when I came back, and my biggest regret was that I didn't summon on Kazuha when he first came out. It took over a year, I believe, for them to rerun Kazuha's banner. So there's not much to cover with Chi-Chi. I didn't level her up at all, and yeah. So then we have Yoimiya, and this is around the time where I actually started my YouTube channel, was 2.0. Or I say started my YouTube channel. I did Argument, and I switched it over to Genshin around 2.0 because they allowed cross-save. And, well, my Yoimiya is triple crowned. This burst was a waste of a crown, but who cares? I was so tired of hearing people say that Yoimiya was just bad. It was just so, like, prevalent. Like, everybody was just like, yeah, she's bad. But Yoimiya has been amazing. And I mean, if you had C6 Fischl, sadly, me having a triple crown Yoimiya, I still don't have C6 Fischl to test her out with. Really would love to, but I don't. So I have triple crown Yoimiya just waiting for that Fischl. I have her Thundering Pulse also, but we'll go over the weapons in a little bit. And then we have Raiden Shogun. I pulled her on the first 10 pull I did on her banner, and I hated her. I hated Raiden Shogun. I was like, she is just so poorly designed. She doesn't actually do damage. She wants to regenerate energy for her team. However, she can't actually do it because, you know, you need to resolve stacks, and then she's not actually doing good damage within those 7 seconds, so you're just wasting 7 seconds. It just really seemed to me like she was just so bad. But then I got introduced to the fact that yo, use her as a main DPS. And, well, I would say Raiden National is like one of the strongest teams in the game. I should mention that when I was summoning for Raiden, I was actually just summoning for Kujo-Sara. I didn't mean to pull Raiden, but I got her in the first 10 pull. And I am glad that I did. It took me, 12 extra days to actually get enough summons to pull Kujo-Sara. I was going for Kujo-Sara because I did not have Bennett. Bennett evaded me until Itto's banner. I seriously could not get Bennett for the life of me. A whole year after this game came out, I still couldn't get Bennett. And finally, on Itto's banner, I pulled him. After having Staff of Homa for so long, I actually got Hu Tao. I was like, Hu Tao seems so good. She's really amazing. I haven't been using her that often. It's just, I got Crimson Witch finally, and I just haven't had a need to use her because, well, Kazuha National and Itto break the game so much that I haven't had a need to whip out Hu Tao at all. She's literally just been sitting here just doing good damage whenever I actually do use her. But I just don't have a use for Hu Tao until we do like events where, you know, like, hey, here's a pyro modifier, use her. And then even oftentimes I'll switch over to Yoimiya. So it is very like, I do love Hu Tao. However, I also have a she is also triple crowned. My Hu Tao is triple crowned also. So my Hu Tao is triple crowned with her signature weapon and with a Crimson Witch set that is pretty decent. I have C2 Itto, triple crowned Itto. He is absolutely busted, and I believe he's the third best DPS in the game. I don't think there's any contention. Unless you really like your massive DPS in this one single burst like Eula, Yoimiya, but those characters are so flawed because if they miss their burst or let's say, you know, Magu Kenki, right? He can't get one shot because he goes invincible for like that first like little bit of his health. So you have to get down his health, and when all your damage is put in, Eula is less like this, but Yoimiya is the real culprit here. When all your damage has to get put into that one burst, it is just so like, oh man, hopefully we hit this, otherwise it's over. Whereas Itto, he transforms, and he does his burst damage over 11 seconds. Itto doesn't do a huge burst, but he does a huge burst. Like, he's able to do massive amounts of damage when you transform. Triple crowned Itto, he's absolutely amazing, and I still use him every single Spiral Abyss. He dominates everything. So then we have Ganyu. I pulled for Ganyu because I was like, melt Ganyu. That seems pretty cool. I can see her do 200,000 damage. I can see her do 200,000 damage with her single charge shot. It's really insane. It's really amazing. I didn't do Freeze Ganyu, and I probably am going to start trying to do Freeze Ganyu. The only problem is I didn't have any Hydro character, a Hydro applier, for the longest time because I didn't have Mona. Later on, we will get into Kokomi, but yeah. So we're already at Ayaka's rerun. Ayaka was a character that I wanted for Melt Yoimiya. I've slowly learned to absolutely love this character. I want to triple crown her. I want to make this character the best she can be because she is so amazing compared to how I thought of her before. I thought she was big DPS on burst, but she's actually doing pretty decent on her actual normal attacks. I did not expect that. Her normal attacks, I believe, are level 6, and I believe I have this at level 4. So when I saw that, I was like, all right, what if we summon for her actual weapon? And then I got her actual weapon somehow. Like, first try, got her actual weapon, and I was like, all right, it's destined to be. This is going to be an amazing character, and I'm going to eventually end up building her, but I just have so much to do right now. I have so many characters to build lately. Let's get on to the next 5-star, which was 3 months after Ayaka. So, the reason why it was 3 months after is because I was saving for this boy. I said, hold up, this boy is going to seriously make every other character in my game, like Yoimiya, Ayaka, Raiden. So basically every DPS that I had, I was like, oh my god, Kazuha, he can buff them. So I was like, yes, that's gonna happen. So I did it, and I got him to C2. I did not get his signature weapon because I did not believe it was worth it. It just wasn't. But I have his burst at level 10 and both of his talents at level 8 over here. So yeah, it's really, really insane. And let's get into my most hated character in Genshin Impact, Kokomi. Still my most hated, will always be my most hated. She has the worst design in the game. You can't tell me that this is actually good. She She's built like a main DPS, but she heals, and they made her do no crits. Imagine if this character could actually be good and actually did amazing damage. Who cares that who cares that, oh my god, she pops her Q and she goes 40k damage each hit. Wow, that's not what my Itto does at all. And then she has supports like Kazuha, Zhongli. I mean, come on. Like, she wouldn't be that broken. Who cares if she's #1 DPS in the game? Make her decently built. Make her design not feel so frustrating. Like, the only reason I got Kokomi was because I was summoning for Dory. I wanted Dory. Like, I seriously was like, yes, I want Dory. 10 pulls after I get Kokomi, I get Dory. So, yeah, I got Kokomi, and let's get on to the next one. Cyno. Cyno is a character that I wanted. He's pretty mid as it stands right now. I wouldn't consider him like a god tier. I would consider him like on the lower end. He's like pretty good, but he's not like, Raiden, Itto, Ayaka. He's not doing that from what I've played. And then we have Candace. I was summoning for Candace. I got Cyno on accident. I wanted Cyno. Didn't really matter. And yeah, that accounts for basically all the stories that I have for the 5 stars. Let's get into my backpack. So the only notable weapons that I have is Thundering Pulse, Staff of Homa, Red Horn, and then Mist Splitter. So Red Horn, I think Red Horn and Thundering Pulse, I had to go hard pity for. The two like signature weapons that I wanted the most, I mean, I got Staff of Homa first try. It was like very early, like into the game. Staff of Homa first try. I got Staff of Homa on its first try, summoning on the banner. Didn't have to pull any other 5 stars. Not that it would have mattered because they didn't have a pity system then. The only notable 4-star that I have is this R1 Festering Desire. I was debating, like, I stepped away from Genshin Impact during 1.2 because I was like, this event makes no sense and I'm not going to do it because it's just so annoying to do. It is so much easier and so much more like natural to play this game on computer. Compared to console, it's just so much more natural. It's like, yeah, you move around, you can control like how fast you look. I get that is probably the biggest determining factor of why I stayed on computer, is because I'm able to look super fast. I'm able to snap on and look at something, right? Whereas on console, I'm like scrolling over to see what I'm doing. It's not that good. The best artifact that I have, I would consider to be this, the 34% crit damage artifact. It just rolled all the way into crit damage. I believe it had to roll this flat HP first, so I was like, oh man, that's gonna suck. But then it just went into crit damage and I was just freaking out. I was like, oh my god. And then we can look at my prototypes that I've built up over the years, I guess now. So yeah, we have a lot of these prototypes. I've gotten really insanely lucky with prototypes lately. I think they might have upped the rate for them, but who knows. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Make sure to subscribe if you did enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.